Hello, Orla here from Cogs Psychotherapy. I am a psychotherapist and an EMDR therapist, and I also do equine assisted therapy here on site. So I'm based in Avoca in County Wicklow in Ireland, and I'm going to talk a little bit today about what equine assisted therapy is. A couple of things to bear in mind. It is not, equine assisted therapy here is not ridden. So you will not be riding a horse. You don't need to have any experience with horses. You don't need to feel confident with horses. It's okay if actually you feel quite anxious around horses or quite intimidated by them. Actually, I would say that's fair enough. You know, they're big animals, they're flight animals. So we can really work with some of those feelings in the session. And it's not about, you know, having to be really close to the horses or having to touch them. So it's all groundwork based, and there's lots and lots of things that we can do in session, and I'll probably try and do some more videos on the kind of things that you might do when you are out with the horses. I really want to take the work that we're doing here outside with the horses into our day-to-day lives. So it's not about just coming here and feeling calm with the horses and then, you know, not thinking about it again maybe until the next session. It's all about transferable learning. What comes up in the session, what do we learn, and how do we then kind of take that away and maybe implement it in our lives. What's nice about it as well is, you know, even as I'm standing here talking, we're outside. Even on a really cold day, it's quite good to be out in the elements. We're moving around. We are probably going to be kind of engaging side to side. The horses are going to often be a focal point. So some people will just find that a little bit less intense than maybe sitting in a clinical room kind of face to face, and, you know, maybe that feeling a little bit intense. Hello, so we've got a visitor. He's going for the... Oh, okay. Are you going to play cameraman? Yes. I work quite a lot with clients with... I've still got a visitor. I work quite a lot with clients with ADHD and autism. I have ADHD myself, and I know that it can be really difficult to just try and quiet our mind. So what's nice about this work is that it is so focused on the sensory side and the senses. So if we maybe would feel quite uncomfortable in a clinical room, or we get quite overstimulated, and it's not that we can't do both of those things, of course, but this just might be an approach that suits you. It's just a little bit different because there are lots of things that we can ground ourselves in terms of senses when we're out and about with the horses. It's important to just bear in mind that the horses are not being used for anything. They're not tools. They are here to participate with us if and when they want to. So my herd will always be at liberty, which means they're free to move about, free to come and go if they please, free to engage with us, and free to move away if and when they want to. So as you can see in those clips, Shay is engaging or interacting with me, and he's quite close. So as I mentioned, it's okay if you don't feel comfortable and nervous around horses, because actually what we would do is just step outside. So it would be quite common that we would actually not even be standing in with the horses. So we might be so right now I'm still really close to him, but I'm behind the fence. So it just offers that little bit of sort of space, security, boundaries, safety both for us and for the horses, it's important that we feel safe, that they feel safe, that everybody's sort of boundaries and needs are being considered. So even now that I've stepped out of the arena, he's actually starting to doze off a little bit. So yeah, and he's releasing, he's letting go of some tension. So potentially my energy as I was standing in there was a little bit more activated as I'm talking and I'm making this video. So this is a great example of what might happen. I'm just having a look at his body language. So his breathing is actually becoming heavier now. His head is starting to drop. His eyes are drooping. He is heading for a snooze. And as I've come out here, my energy has probably come down. So we're co-regulating. We are not using the horse to regulate ourselves. That's not their jobs. But what we're doing is learning to be aware of ourselves. And the horses help us do that because we want to be taking note of how they're feeling and how they're responding. And then we can look at how we can move our energy up, down, whatever is appropriate. But actually all three horses are having a little sleep now. So I am going to take my leave and let them have their rest time.